We were duly delighted, now dearly departed. The strain ain't enough to cause damage, but I'm feeling disheartened. Shopped in my feelings for an emotionless spree. Been trapped in a mind that is always carefree. Honestly, I'm fine. Reverse psychology's therapy. Guilty of self-destruction, I'll be happy to take the plea. Gazed in the mirror's reflection, it responded so glaringly. What it revealed was my narrator's challenging parody. See, it's easy for some to meditate and gain clarity. But how does that work when I've been the only one scaring me? My mind can be a very destructive as loaded weapon, clinging to knowledge just to detonate my fleeting perception. It's ticking to time, consumed by the climb, my demise is destined. But before I may go, grab hold to my chaotic vice of perfection. These thoughts get alarming, find an escape then awake to my resurrection, compelled by the beauty and very essence of learning lessons. Y'all don't get it, so every day I write my story again, reliving what you don't know, conscious notes on the pad and pen, manipulating my every whim while staring clear at my darkest grim. Why do I speak in rhetorics? So the chance of misconception is slim. I'm very analytical, but don't like being ridiculed. I know more about you than me. How could I ever belittle you? Continuously conducting social research. I know who I am through everyone else, and that realization can hurt. Considering self-love and the lines I've blurred just to flirt with the contingent thought of breaking this enchanted curse. Virgo's curse.
I'm sitting here with the founders of the Artificial Experience. Malcolm and Maya, would you like to introduce yourselves and talk a little bit about what art it is that you do, what specific platform you perform on?
You want me to go? My name is Maya. For the most part, I would say a poet. I'm not professional or anything, but I do a lot of writings, and I'm starting my first poetry album coming soon. And yeah.
Well, I'm Malcolm. I actually do a little bit of everything. Well, not everything, but I do painting, photography. I did a little bit of modeling work. I'm all right in that, but write occasionally, and that's about it.
You be writing?
Yeah, occasionally.
Maya, so we see here that it says that you also are a visual artist. You're a painter, is that true?
I wouldn't say I'm a painter, but I do paint, like, just on my free time, and I've created some good stuff, so maybe I should be a painter.
So since you both dabble in the visual arts, Malcolm, you a little bit more because you take that more seriously, what compels you to paint? And what mind state do you have to be in to put your thoughts, feelings, and emotions onto the canvas? A question for both of you.
Well, for me, it's any emotion, really. That's the best way to paint. You can
It's
paint.
therapeutic.
Yeah, it's therapeutic. You can paint angry. It might help relieve tension or anger. You can paint sad. It may bring out something emotional. You can paint happy. You can paint moderate. Either way, something special will come out, in my opinion. That's how I look at it. Other than that, yeah, I just like painting. And it doesn't matter the emotion or state I'm in at the time.
For me, unfortunately, most of my paintings came out of like a really bad day. I just needed something to unwind and get my mind off of it, so I started painting. So I guess anger. I don't know.
Angry painter.
Maybe I might be an angry painter.
Could each of you tell us a story about maybe a time in your childhood and your upbringing that inspired you to become this creative visionary that you are now?
You can start.
Oh, I gotta go first for every question.
I went first the last time.
Okay. Well, I started like, I'm not a dancer, but I started like at the base of my steps. Just like we had a green light at the bottom of our steps, and I would just dance and like perform and just do stuff. And like, I always wanted to be an actor, but I don't know. But that's where it all started. Just inspiration, just like a spotlight on me and just doing stuff. And, I don't know, expressing myself freely. And then when somebody would see me, I'm shy, you know what I'm saying? But that's where it started.
Do you think having a literal spotlight on you and being able to perform is a result of not having a figurative spotlight on you growing up?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Malcolm, you?
For me, it all started when I was young with Legos, building blocks. I started with that area, and then this kid over here would occasionally make me mad by knocking over my blocks, and I start over. And that's
your
what.
stuff always look better than mine. You don't need that.
But that's what started me on to keep building and try to make it better than it was before. So I'm kind of a perfectionist, if you will. Just
Perfectionist.
yeah, perfectionist. Just from those situations back when I was young. So I took that with me with everything, drawing, schoolwork, particularly drawing. But yeah, that's where I started from, building blocks and everything.
In a way, would you say that Maya has helped define your work with her impulsive behavior growing up?
Am I your inspiration?
She definitely helped. She always helped me actually. By us being born together, sharing a birthday, we always felt the need to stand out from each other some way. So by her doing things better than me, I felt like I needed to step up my game, so to speak. As well as in school. When she gets good grades, I would feel the need to get better grades.
Yeah, it was always an underlying competition, but still supportive. So like he was like the most creative, and like I could create stuff, but his was always better. So I'm just like, I want to do better. Like I want to see if I could do what he does and better.
So like a positive push and pull towards greatness.
Yeah, like, yep, exactly.
Okay.
What do you think makes a passionate artist or visionary?
I think emotion and expressing that emotion like authentically.
I think being true to yourself, not changing from no one, don't change your art form. Just continue to put out what you like to do. Don't worry about what the critics say or what they tell you need to do better, because there's really no better way to do art. It just is what it is.
Yeah, like art that doesn't appeal to the masses. Like it has to come from in here, like things that you experience.
Is this a message that you'll be pushing with the artificial experience?
Most definitely, yes.
What's the message, bro?
The message is that we want everybody to experience art in their own way and realize that it is therapeutic, as well as it can help with a lot of things, really. It can help better your temperament. It can help better your neighborhood. It can help better yourself in general.
And the people around you.
Yeah, and the people around you.
And we have specific areas of art that like we focus on, but like we want to support all art forms. Like any art form that you do, like I just love art, like all of it.
Well, how do you define art?
As a message.
I like that.
Art is a message.
Art is a message.
Considering these socio-political climates of our current nation, how do you think art should be expressed? Well, not should be expressed, but how do you think, what role does art play in the current times we live in?
Let Maya take that one.
I think, like you said, expression. Like whatever you're feeling, you're going through, or however the state of society is making you feel, you put it in your work, and that's art. That's beautiful.
I also have something to add. In this time of being in quarantine, as you say, just create while you're in the house, stuck in the house, bored and everything like that. You never know what can come out of it. Something very amazing can come out of it.
My best work has came out of quarantine. I'm not going to lie.
Nah, I wouldn't say that for me, but
Yeah. He's a professional, that's why.
Okay, what are your thoughts on like police brutality and anything? How does the expression of art, how can that empower people to move forward with everything that's going on with that?
as I said before, the message is powerful in artwork in general. Whether that's music and rap, people listen. Whether that's visual art like painting and drawing, people see that. And whether it's dance, people can view that as well and see about everything that's been happening in all over the world, really.
Do you think that art can heal?
Absolutely.
Art is therapeutic. I actually took a few classes while I was up in college. I only did a semester, but while I was up in college, I actually took a class, and she was telling us how when you do art, you can listen to music, and it's better if you close your eyes, even though you might not know what you're aiming for, even if there's nothing in your mind that you're aiming for. You can just put the paint or the pencil or the marker or the crayon, whatever you use, on the paper and just let it flow without looking, and then open your eyes. And based on what the music was experiencing through your mind, that's what your artwork would be.
Yeah, and for me, like I said, most of my pieces came from when I was at a low point. So like just putting your energy into creating, something beautiful comes out of it. You're like I was just upset, and now I see this, and I was just like, that's awesome. How could something this beautiful come out of like my lowest moment?
It's a release.
So it is healing.
What do you think about the relationship between art and education? Do you think that art and education can and or are mutually exclusive or mutually inclusive?
She deals with kids, so I'm gonna let her get this one.
Yeah, I feel like since I've been teaching, like art is like, aside from play, of course, art is like children's like favorite like thing to do, because like I said, it's self-expression. Like nobody can tell you that what you did was wrong or it's ugly. It's just like you did it, so you love it. So like it teaches kids a lot about like self-esteem. So
Understood. Malcolm, do you have any take on that? We see here that it says that you do have a son. In what ways do you use art as a form of expression to help him express himself or learn, etc.?
I just like teaching him about the art and everything like that, whether he uses paint or crayons. I sometimes try to encourage him to paint and everything like that. It doesn't always go well because you get paint everywhere, but I just want to let him know that it's free. It's free to create, and it's free to feel the way you feel when you're creating.
What is your favorite part about the process of developing the artificial experience?
my favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
At first it was everything, but now it's actually creating things. Because at first I was doing most of the administrative work, and like it would get frustrating because that's all I'm doing. But now that I'm stepping more into like my creative side, like it's a lot, like it's enjoyable. So creating was the best part about starting this whole thing.
I would say the idea of it in general, the idea of it, because when I think about it, I just get excited because I know the potential and how big that it could possibly be, and how beneficial it could be. Yeah, and how beneficial it can be to the whole environment.
Why do you think artificial experience is so marketable to such a wide audience, to anybody really? Why is artificial experience sellable?
Because most things are an art form. You can find the art in anything that anybody does, especially when you're creating it yourself. So everybody is an artist. So that's why it's so marketable.
Everybody is a visionary. And basically, that's what our message is. We're trying to put that out into the universe, that everybody is a visionary, and then that they should know that. And that nobody can tell them that what they do is not the right way to do something, or what they do is ugly or wrong or stupid or anything like that. And I feel like that is very powerful with kids, going back to that topic. I feel that that's very powerful with kids, with their self-esteem and everything like that. It gives them a release, so to speak, and that they believe that when they create, they can do more than just create. They can do whatever it takes to become president or astronauts or firefighters or whatever the case may be. And it all starts with art.
That's a good point you made about art and self-esteem. what forms of art or what artists or what forms of inspiration or support that you've received from the outside world has helped your self-esteem as far as art or anything else?
I feel like it's been exactly what it is. My visual arts, my drawing, my painting, everything like that has helped me, because I would get to the point where I would get frustrated because I believed that my artwork was ugly. So I would keep working on it until everybody would tell me, oh, that's really nice. You should keep doing this. And I liked it, people was approval, and I felt confident that everybody liked my work and everything like that. So that pushed me to keep going on.
For me, I haven't gone public with my work yet, but like with my family, they've really encouraged me. Like I got the courage to like show them some of my pieces and tell them about it, and like dabble in many other art forms, and they were super supportive, and it just makes you want to keep creating. I want to see what I can do next. I want to up the level every time I create. Like I want to see what's inside of me. Like you want to bring whatever's inside of you out and see the masterpiece that is you, essentially.
All right, let's get down to some fun stuff. Let's see how well our founders know each other. All right, Malcolm, what do you think is Maya's favorite form of art?
Writing.
Maya, what's your favorite form?
It is writing.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
A point for Malcolm. Maya, what do you think Malcolm's favorite form of art is?
It used to be drawing, but it's painting.
Mm.
It's painting.
Oh, okay. So we have a twin connection going on here. Nice, nice, nice. Malcolm, who is Maya's favorite song artist?
You're not gonna get this one.
Actually, it's quite a. She likes a few people. That's
You
kind of
gotta
a
pick
hard
one.
question.
You gotta
Yeah,
pick
give
one.
me one.
I don't
You
remember
gonna
her
go-
name right now.
Oh, it's a her.
I don't remember her
Can
name.
you give us a song?
All right, it's the one that made Shea Butter with J. Cole.
Oh, so
Ari
close.
Lennox.
That's a
Ari
good
Lennox.
number 2.
Maya,
That's a
who is
song.
your favorite song artist?
Mariba.
Ah.
You probably
Maya, who is Malcolm's favorite song artist?
do you even have a favorite song artist?
She's correct. I don't really have one.
Ooh, 2 points for me.
Okay, so we're 2-1 here. Okay, so I read here that both of you guys have a fancy for sneakers, tennis shoes, shoes in general. Malcolm, what are Maya's favorite kind of shoes?
Favorite
And
kind,
brand, if you can name it.
Nikes.
Nikes.
And she favors Vans a lot too as well.
Okay.
Is that correct?
I don't have a favorite type of shoe, but yeah, he pretty much.
What do you think Malcolm's favorite kind of shoe is?
Gotta be Nikes.
Yeah,
Gotta be.
Yes.
Do either of you have a favorite artist in any line of art?
This is my favorite artist right here. This guy. I'm for real. This is my favorite artist.
I don't know that I have a favorite artist. I like a group of artists.
So you really not gonna say me? Say no. Say
You're
go
in
ahead.
that group,
Go
of
ahead.
course,
Go ahead.
but
No, it's
I
fine.
have a group of artists. I like Dolly, especially his famous piece with the clocks, the melting clocks. That's one of my favorite pieces.
This is such a cliche, but I like Basquiat. I know he's like pretty famous, but I love his work. It's just like, I don't know, it's crazy.
So we're going to take this into the Instagram story on Artificial Experience. Maybe one day we can do a live and you guys can shout out your favorite artists that are up and coming.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the interview, the founders of the Artificial Experience. All greatness to you. High hopes for you and the company.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much.